Do you have external tibial torsion? Is it causing your knee issue? Is it causing your foot issue, your ankle issue, your low back issue, or your hip issue? That's a great question. Let's get into that and discuss that. So most individuals have a tibia bone. This is the tibia bone. This is the lower leg bone that when you stand up is straight. And what that means is, you can see the X on my left knee here, that kneecap would be pointing straight ahead when the toes are pointed straight ahead as well. For people who have external tibial torsion, when their toes are pointed straight ahead, their kneecaps are pointed inwards at each other. And this can look different on certain individuals. Some people have external tibial torsion on one leg. Some can have it on both. Some can have it to a more turned or more of a degree on one leg than the other. But most individuals actually don't have it. So this is a very overlooked and very common issue for knee pain for people who have seen lots of different people and they just still can't figure out why they're having pain. This is something that's not really commonly seen or looked for or screened for in too many individuals. But it's one of the first things we actually look at when we look at somebody who's coming in with a lower extremity or low back complaint. We want to see, is there something going on down there that, I think it was quoting Maybelline, maybe you were born with it. Also kind of along those lines, this also has a very strong genetic component. So there's usually someone else in your family who will also have this issue. It might have been a generation or two. It might have been could have been a parent, could be some siblings and stuff like that. So if you know you have a sibling or you have parents or you have somebody in the background who has those kneecaps that look like they're turning in when the toes are facing straight, there is a very good possibility that if you're having some knee issues, or if you kind of look down and you're like, my knees look a little different than some people's, that might be what is going on. So one of the easiest ways you can test that is you're going to find the center of your kneecap. And how we test for this in the office, we find the center of the kneecap, we drop a tape line or a plumb line straight down from the kneecap all the way down to the foot. So in this case, the plumb line for individuals, we'll say the normal individuals, this plumb line should fall between the first and second toe. So it should fall right in between your big toe and your second toe. For people who have external tibial torsion, when their kneecap is straight ahead, this will actually fall to the inside of their foot. This is one of the first things we look at, because this is also going to change up how the forces are reacting on your foot, ankle, and entire body when you're trying to run, when you're trying to jump, when you're trying to play sports, when you're trying to walk. So what this is going to do is cause a lot of people who have this issue or have been told to keep their toes pointed straight in, or keep your toes pointed straight ahead for lots of different things, for weightlifting, for running, for walking. And this actually exacerbates or worsens their pain anywhere in the entire leg. It could also be on both sides. It could be causing pain and irritation on both sides. Some of the easiest things to do is actually, once you figure out what's going on, we rule out everything else that could be injured. We rule out knee issues, ligament issues, nerve issues, fractures, all the big scary stuff. Once we rule all that out, a lot of times the very first recommendation is very simple. We find the angle where the kneecaps actually point out straight, and you say, this is where you're going to exercise. This is where you're going to stay. And so when people people try to squat, walk, run, all those kind of things, those people do need to have their toes turned out. This is one of the very few exceptions where it's okay to actually run with your toes turned out. This will actually benefit you in the long run. The next couple videos, the next couple weeks, we're going to discuss a few other strategies and a few other things to kind of keep in mind as this is going on. But I want you to, if you've got a tape measure at home and you think you might have this condition going on, get that tape measure out, put it in the center of your kneecap, drop that straight down. If it's falling basically right around your big toe to second toe, you're probably pretty good. If that tape is falling to the inside of the foot and you're having some issues, it'd be a good idea to find a good practitioner and see if they can help you out.